You walk into Stylecraft today, you're going to get some of the most aggressive financing here in Bell County. Currently, as of July 26, 2026, they're offering 4.99% fixed 30-year financing or up to $20,000 in flex cash. Today, we're going to go over everything that Stylecraft has to offer, the pros and cons, who Stylecraft is for, who it's not for, the different neighborhoods they're in, the finishes, and much more. My name is Taylor Dasch. I'm a realtor with EG Realty right here in Temple. I've worked with Stylecraft on numerous transactions and have firsthand experience with how they operate with their different floor plans, with their properties, and how to get you the best deal. All right, let's get into this video. We're going to start off with the most common question that I get asked: is Stylecraft a good builder? And the short answer is yes. They're putting out quality builds. They have great financing incentives, and the value really is there. But you do have to do your due diligence on a few things, which is what we're going to go over in this video. Stylecraft has the most aggressive financing package of the new construction homes in Bell County. So they have a 4.99% fixed 30-year interest rate, or you can get up to $20,000. So it's $15,000 to $20,000 flex cash that you can spend however you want. You can spend on upgrades, you can spend it on buying down the rate for your lender and getting your closing costs covered. All right, so why is that important? So you take a $315,000 house and you put a 4.99% interest rate versus what the market is now, like around 6.5 to 6.8. That's $300 per month. So over 5 years, that's $20,000, which is a good chunk of change. You're going to have to be paying the mortgage anyways. You save $300, that adds up. All right, so this also is going to give you more options on the exit strategy. So let's say you go to the military, you go into Baylor Scott & White. Whenever you move out, now you can probably rent the place out. It's nice to have that extra little cushion on the payment. All right, so you're thinking, what's the catch with this? Here's the catch. If you go with the 4.99% interest rate, you have to use the Stylecraft lender. It's Kangaroo Lending. Stylecraft owns 49% of that company. They're going to require that you use their lender. You can't use your lender who you have a relationship with. So I don't like that, but also you're more than welcome to use your own lender, and they're going to give you flex cash as an incentive if you don't want to take the interest rate incentive. Guys, one more big one. Stylecraft is not the only builder in Bell County who's offering the 4.99% interest rate. If you are looking for new construction, please reach out to me. We can compare all of the different builders with all of the different incentives and see which one works out best for you. All right, let's keep going. Stylecraft was started in College Station in 1988. Now they are a top 75 builder in all of the United States. That's not just Texas. So they are doing volume. They had 973 closings from what I could verify. So they do this often, and that shows in their systems, which we'll get into here in a moment. All right, so now let's get into the quality of the build. So you can see right behind me, this is Hartrick Ranch. You got brick siding, and then you have James Hardie. You'll see granite countertops. Now, I like that they do granite because not every builder in this price range does granite, but I don't really, personally, I'm not a huge fan of their base granite. But if you get the upgrade, it's a lot better, and I actually really like that kind of type of granite. But you have engineered slabs, so that's really important with the soil here in Texas. The properties will come with a smart home system as a standard. So these are all standard items that come with a Stylecraft property. I've done quite a few transactions here with Stylecraft. I always make my buyers get an inspection because there's a possibility that something could go wrong. And listen, if you can't do the inspection, I'll pay for the inspection. Now, with that being said, I have never had an issue on the inspection that costs as much as the inspection. But there are a few complaints regarding plumbing issues and drainage issues with Stylecraft homes. The majority of the time, I think that you're going to be pretty safe, but there are instances where that happens, which is why I personally always make my clients get the inspection. I'm not going to make you get it, but I will pay for the inspection for my own well-being. I always recommend the inspection. Things come up. You're only going to hear about the bad stuff as far as the reviews go online. So keep that in mind. All right, let's keep going. All right, so now we're going to talk about the warranty. So Stylecraft has a 1, 2, 10 warranty. So the 1-year warranty is door to door, everything. The 2-year warranty is the systems, the electrical, the plumbing, the AC, and then a 10-year structural warranty. Now listen, here's what I tell people. First of all, you get the inspection so you can say, hey, this was all good whenever I moved in, now it's not. And then second of all, if you have something that bothers you, like that you need done right away, you can give them a call. They'll take care of it. But I always make a note to call them at the very last day of the 365-day door-to-door warranty and just have them come in and take care of everything. That way, you know, if there's like a little crack or if there's some imperfections, you get it taken care of while it's still there. It's for free. And if you don't use it, you lose it. All right, so the next one is the payment. So listen, builders, they're not going to tell you what the tax is going to be. They put the principal and the interest on the payment. And if you're looking at Zillow or Realtor.com, the taxes are based on the lot with just the land without the house on it. So they're going to be significantly lower than whenever the property is built and they're valuing the full value. So what I do is take the percentage in the BelCAD and then base that off of the asking price of the home, and then that's going to be a roundabout way to kind of get an estimate for what your tax payment's going to be. I'm going to touch on the insurance portion because what people don't realize is that whenever you buy a new construction home, the insurance is significantly cheaper. All right, so let's get into this real quick. Who is Stylecraft right for? So I see Stylecraft as like one of the #1 value builders in Temple. You're going to get a really good price, and then the finishes are not what you would expect from a builder who's producing these homes at, you know, $220,000. The flooring is most important for me. I like their floors. They got granite countertops. They have nice finishes. Whenever you compare another new builder like Winter or DR Horton, now you're going to get more size with those, but you know, all the houses look very similar. Stylecraft, they split them up well. And they use nice finishes. I don't care what people say. Their finishes are better than what you would expect, in my opinion, for the price range. Who should not go with a Stylecraft home? So you should not go with a Stylecraft home if you want to make a bunch of customizations to the floor plan, or if you really want the more premium side. I mean, I think Kiella and Carruthers and a few other builders in Temple are going to be possibly a better option. Now, Stylecraft, they do have upgrades that you can make, but for the most part, all of their builds they come with their standard, but they're nice, you know, so you can't make too many upgrades to these. Stylecraft, they really kind of do a good job of staying in a lane of their own because they're building in South Point, they're building in Homestead, they have neighborhoods in Belton ISD, they have 4 different ISDs, they have 12 neighborhoods. Well, I think the closest comparison would be Omega Homes. They're going to be similar in price, quality, customer service. You know, they both do a really good job. You're not going to get, you know, the Kiella finishes, and you're not going to get like the DR Horton super low like price point, but for the product, for the quality, and for the price, it's a good value. All right, so my rating is going to be 3.9 stars. Stylecraft is one of my favorite builders here in Temple. Look, this is the 1818 floor plan right here. This is my favorite floor plan. I like it because you have a study. I used to want to buy this to like put my piano there. It's a great flex space. You have plenty of options. You can use it for like a study, an office, decorating room, whatever, second living room. There's plenty of options. But whenever you're talking about Bell County new construction, I give it a 3.9. You think 5 is the best out of the best. That's a good rating, guys. So you are buying new construction. If you're relocating to the Temple, Belton, Bell County area, please reach out to me. I would love to have a private conversation with you to see if we would be a good fit working together. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a full link to everything that you need to know about Stylecraft homes right down below in the description. Let's get it.